Welcome back to Lexus Sports Sunday. One of the top young boxers in the world calls South Florida home. But in reality, Enmanuel Guerra is a long way from home. His boxing career started in a fight club type setting in the hills of Cuba that really are hard to believe. Now at just 15 years old, he believes he can get all the way to the top, one punch at a time.
As far as raw boxing, fighting ability, he's the best I've ever seen. I think he may be top 10 in the world for his age.
That is how longtime boxing trainer Mickey Demas describes 15-year-old Enmanuel Guerra. As if his talent isn't enough of a story alone, it is the story of how Guerra got here that is truly remarkable. Guerra grew up in Santa Clara, Cuba. He says he was always a tough kid.
When I was young, I always liked to, to fight. It wasn't me. I just knew that I had to do something about fighting.
So his older brother decided to test that fighting ability. He would take him up into the hills to places where he would fight other kids.
When we get there, it's a very big circle of people, and the fathers, they bring their sons, even bigger brothers, like I had my brother. Yeah. They bring their little brothers
to fight,
and their little sons to fight.
But is it like a circle, like everybody get in the middle?
Yeah, it will be. People will make a circle, a big circle, and two kids we just get in the side of the circle and just fight.
You use the reps? You use
What we use is like the people around, they take off their shirt and we put it around our hands, and we would just bare face fight.
That's the way you fight.
Yeah.
And that is how this incredible story began, but it's far from the end. Once he moved to the United States 2 years ago, he needed to find someone to develop his immense talent. He eventually found Demas via an internet search.
It's a strange kind of power that you only see, literally you only see this type of power once every 35 years.
How hard does Enmanuel punch? Well, put it this way. Mickey has been in this business for over 40 years, seen thousands of boxers, and he says he's never seen anyone at this age punch this hard. You don't believe me? Take an up-close look and feel.
When Enmanuel hits someone, they go down.
His power has allowed him to dominate so many kids his age that he recently had to spar with a pro boxer over 10 years older than him. Does he feel like you're fighting a 15-year-old, or do you just feel like you're fighting a guy who's maybe your age?
Negative. That guy's going to be, if I stay with it, he has so much more potential than I do. He hits hard.
Guerra has been nicknamed Alpha because he's the alpha male who won't back down. And he certainly won't do that when it comes to chasing his dreams. His workout regimen is intense. As a freshman at Miami Beach High, he still finds time to train 5 hours a day, 6 days a week.
All I think about is this, because I know the next 20 years of my life are gonna be doing this. So, and it's not really work. I wouldn't say I work, because when I come here, I'm doing something I enjoy. So it's like I'm in my zone,
He's not just a future world champion, he's a future 5-time world champion. The trainers, we're all just shaking our heads. We've never seen anything like it. He doesn't get in trouble, he doesn't drink, he doesn't take drugs, he doesn't go to parties. The girls love him, but he handles himself fine. I've just never seen the full package like this ever in my life.
That kid is something.
Oh, unbelievable.
15 years old. It's unbelievable. The talent he has has been unbelievable. But you may be wondering his family, his parents, the support they have. I did talk to his dad, who was there when he was training. His father was actually a doctor in Cuba, and he says, look, he and his mom, obviously both are worried about him, the fact that he boxes, it's dangerous, but they can't help but see how hard he works and just support him. So they're going to support him the whole way. Also, I mentioned he's a student. He's in 9th grade. He goes to school. He takes his classes seriously. It's not like he just boxes all day.
And his parents will make sure of that, having a doctor in the family.
It's a really, really good family. He's a good kid. By the way, if you want to continue to follow his progress, you can get him on his Instagram page. I think it'd be great, at Enmanuel Guerra. You can follow him on there and see all of his training regimen. It's good stuff to see.